Thanks for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to be talking about King Diamond. One of my favorite singers in metal, one of my favorite bands. I know about Mercyful Fate, of course, after from listening to King Diamond and then checking out some Mercyful Fate stuff. Kind of the same concept with Ozzy. I like his old band, but I prefer his solo stuff. So, back in 1987, I saw a video for Family Ghost, and I was just like, holy shit, this is weird. It's kind of scary. You know? Alice Cooper didn't scare me. Ozzy didn't scare me. King Diamond scared me. So, when I was watching the video, and I was just like, oh, geez, what the heck? And then, of course, you hear the famous S word, Satanism and stuff. Oh, he's a Satanist and all this other stuff. So it's enough to make you think that there's something evil about it, or there's something, you know, mysterious and all that other crap that came along with it. But there's just some really cool, like, epic stuff within that song. I think Andy LaRocque did a wicked job with guitaring, and of course Mickey D on drums. I think the guitar solo in it is cool and awesome. I really liked the song, but it wasn't, of course, until 1988's Them where I bought that tape, and then I really got into King Diamond. But anyways, continuing on with Abigail. Abigail is just such an awesome album. It's an awesome album cover, so I thought that was really cool. And my favorite part in the song, I might slip this in there if I get a chance to actually do a piece of it. Beware of the slippery stairs. I always thought he said dangerous stairs. You could easily fall. You could easily fall. I don't want to imitate it. It's going to look stupid. But that whole part, you could easily fall and break your neck. And now he just does that sinister evil laugh. I just thought that was really cool. And it was just awesome how he did that. How he fitted into the song. And it was just, it's an awesome song. Love it. The video's a little strange, of course, especially back then when I saw it. I was like more freaked out by it. Some of the lyrics, you know, because sometimes you're listening, he's either singing in the high voice or singing in that deep growling voice. So you're listening to it, and he said, and of course I have to read it. So, child sarcophagus, sarcophagus of a child, and when he says sarcophagus, or I'm not sure how to even pronounce that word. Let me put it right here on the bottom of the screen for those of you who don't know or didn't catch it. But that basically means a stone, a coffin made out of a stone or rock, preferably like a stone. So I always thought he was saying like the fingers of a child. That's what it sounded like. I thought he was saying. But it was really hard to catch. And then, of course, it wasn't until years later when I saw a lyric video of it. And I was like, oh, okay, that's what he's saying? What the heck does that word mean? Anyways, awesome album. The July of 7th of 1777 is awesome. The Arrival, The Mansion. Uses these other specific techniques, you know, the falsetto or whatever. I'm not sure. I'm not a vocalist and know specifically, but he uses the falsetto, the high voice, then he has that growl, and then sometimes he does a little whispers here and there. So I really like that, and I think that's just really cool. It adds dimension to it, and you know, it's kind of scary. I'm in October, and I've been listening to metal for years. I'm not really wild about horror movies, but with King Diamond, you know, that's what you kind of view it as. You view it as a horror movie audio, a horror story on audio. I think it's just really brilliant, especially this album and Them and Conspiracy. Don't get me wrong, Fatal Portrait's pretty good. I like Fatal Portrait, but I think with those three he did a really good job with. They were like really awesome albums. Welcome. And speaking of movies, I thought of this years ago, like in early 2000s. I think it would be an awesome idea if they did a horror movie based on Abigail. And I recently saw in the comment section that somebody had mentioned this, and I responded to them with, hey, yeah, that would be an awesome idea. A horror movie based on the whole Abigail theme, based on the whole Abigail album That would be an awesome, wicked idea. So that's what I responded. So a lot of people feared King Diamond. They would they would just say, oh, he's a Satanist, and they'd refuse to listen to him. Oh, he's a devil worshiper. And not just, I know you're thinking, oh, the teachers and parents and stuff like that. No, other rock fans, other metalheads were saying this. Oh, I ain't listening to that guy. That guy's a Satanist. All that other stuff. I mean, even in British TV, here's a slight clip. I mean, these two were practically apologizing for having King Diamond on, and he interviewed him, and then they kind of apologized. Take a look at this clip.
Heavy, all that, we've read the book.
Yeah.
What book?
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all.
No.
I'm not into
I think
that
anybody
at all.
that thinks that they're into Satanism definitely needs their head examining.
Yeah,
and anybody
definitely.
that wears that much makeup and a moustache has got to be joking.
We do not agree. Very.
See, that was off British TV, and you Europeans, a lot of Europeans say, oh, Americans and all this stuff about America, the Satanic Panic and all these other parents, teachers, and preachers that were against heavy metal. What was like that everywhere, even in Norway. If you watch some of those King Diamond clips, there's some other people like in Sweden or Norway or Denmark that were not really wild about heavy metal. A lot of parents and weren't teachers, whatever the heck you want to call them, religious people or whatever, they did not like heavy metal. It wasn't just in America, it was kind of a worldwide thing. Just like how there's a lot of rock and metal fans worldwide. People in Brazil love it, people in Asia love it, people in Europe love it, Australia and America. It doesn't really specifically matter what part of the planet is. There's going to be people who like heavy metal, rock music and all that stuff, and there's going to be people who don't like it. Simple as that. Okay. So I looked past that, and of course, like I said, I was afraid, and I was just kind of like, oh, that's kind of weird. But I saw the video for Welcome Home off Them. Them is a really cool album. This is the first album I got by him, on cassette tape, of course. And I just love that song, Welcome Home. And it's a really cool song. I like how he sings it. I like the guitar solo. And it's awesome. Andy LaRocque did a wicked job on the guitar. Nicky D, of course, is drumming on it. It's cool. I like the sound of it and everything. The stage show. I would love to see a King Diamond stage show. I've never seen King Diamond live. And it brings Abigail on stage each time. There's some doll, actually. And here's Abigail in '87. And then here's Abigail in 2019. I guess Abigail decided to dye her hair black and gain a little bit of weight. Kind of a chubby Abigail, fat ass Abigail. I guess she's a little BBW Abigail right there happening for you. I think that's kind of funny and corny. I'd love to see King Diamond live. I watched like a lot of live clips and everything. And once again, I talked about how there's seasons for stuff. Well, with seasons, I listen to a lot of, I listen to specific CDs, tapes during specific times of the year. It just kind of reminds me of the fall, reminds me of winter, each specific album. It's the way I do it. And of course, a lot of them in the summertime. So anyways, King Diamond is kind of my late September, October listening deal. Conspiracy, Sleepless Nights, wicked guitaring off of that friggin' album. Off of that song. Now this song is really, I want to say operatic, I don't want to use these corny terms, but it was a really cool, interesting song. Sleepless Nights, it goes fast, slow and fast, and it kind of just has it shifting to it, and time signatures, if you will. And it's just an awesome song. I really love it. I like the video, I love the song. And of course I got Conspiracy too when it came out. But I didn't get Conspiracy until maybe early November of 1989. Because in October of 1989 I was listening to Overkill Years of Decay. And I was listening to that one like crazy. So I didn't get Conspiracy until like about early November of 1989. Graveyard and then Voodoo. I got Voodoo when it came out. I didn't buy the other two. I got Voodoo when it came out, and I thought it was a cool one. I really liked it. There were some songs. It was a while since I've listened to King Diamond, so I was like, man, it's 98, and he's got a new one, Voodoo. It's a lame cover, like. So by the year of 2000, he came out with House of God. So I thought another weird, strange, odd album cover. But I figured I would check this one out. It was 2000. I liked the last one that he did, and they got it off of Seed Universe. And The Trees Have Eyes is one of my favorite songs off of the album. And then House of God is good. I really like that album. I like the way I like the songs off it. It was a pretty good album. So the next album that he put out was the sequel to this, Abigail. He released Abigail 2 in 2002. And, well, same concept. I mentioned it in the comment section. Somebody else did a video. Somebody else also compared this. So I think a lot of other fans do, because with Operation Mindcrime Part 2, or of course Abigail Part 2, you're like, well, it's not as good as the first one. Something about it. So I like the album cover of Abigail 2, and there's some songs I like off it. Things that I want to say. I'm not specifically reviewing each album and all that other stuff. I just wanted to say all the other fans and the people that like listen to King Diamond. A lot of people don't like him, and a lot of people, I think, just kind of like have this misconception about him and think that, you know, he's an evil person and all this other stuff, or a Satanist. A lot of people get scared with that. Look, I grew up around religious people. I'm not going to get into religion too much. I'm agnostic, which just means I'm kind of just free and open to everything and hang out with anybody. I've hung out with a lot of religious people. I have atheist friends and all that. It doesn't really matter to me. But King Diamond, if you listen to his interviews and stuff, is a cool guy and a smart guy. Like little clips right here. Person, you know, open to stuff, and just, that's kind of what I did. I mean, I viewed his music and his videos just as a horror movie type of stuff. And like I said before about some people just not liking him, that was true. I knew fans, and you've seen on YouTube comments, or you hear it when you're talking amongst friends and other stuff, and metalheads and rockers, that they don't like him because of satanic imagery and satanic views. Now look, all that stuff, I think that he influenced black metal in ways, but he was one of the, well, I don't want to say the first ones that wear makeup, because Kiss did, and of course there was all these other bands and stuff that came after that were wearing makeup and masks and all this other stuff, but the black metal seemed to be kind of like influenced by him. Hey, let's do something a little bit heavier, and then wear the black makeup and all the satanic imagery. Any and all of that Halloween, spooky stuff, ghost stuff, scary stuff, it doesn't really scare me, especially if it's in a movie or if it's in audio and stuff like that. So that kind of thing doesn't scare me. I just think that people, you either love King Diamond or you hate him. And I know there's probably some people that are in the middle and that think he's okay but just don't really love him. But that's the kind of singer he is, and that's the kind of theme and voice he has. You either love King Diamond or you hate him. I go to love King Diamond because, like I said, I listen to his stuff, and his stuff is awesome. Hey, thanks for watching, and let me know what was your first King Diamond album, and let me know if King Diamond also freaked you out at first too. Thanks for watching this video. See ya.